February 5th minutes, you said they need to be amended. If you can let me know what those amendments are so I can make the adjustments, because I don't know what they are.
What I'm saying to you, Clerk, no one's trying to go back and forth with you. I'm just trying to make it clear, because every time we come, it's not clear. You say you get it. I'm saying that in the minutes, I want my stuff to be written on the things I really say, because you're the record keeper. So if somebody go for you the minutes, and then you wrote something that I didn't say or didn't do, then they're wrong, and they would think them are right.
Hi you guys, welcome back. So we usually talk about the mayor and how she's always blaming the trustees for stuff, saying that they're holding up progress in the village. Today we're going to shift our sights on someone else that the mayor has singled out and has basically put on blast for not completing their job duties. This person is the village clerk, Allison Key. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of this first snippet, and then I'm going to jump back in and kind of explain things.
But if we could talk specifically, or you send me an email, I will take a look at it.
Yes, it's on the recording.
I need to know specifically what you're saying is.
Do y'all have the recording? Or the clerk?
Play a recording now, but I just need to know specifically what those items are that you feel are incorrect, and I will make.
Okay, I'm asking right now. Do y'all have the recording for the clerk's part?
Because I record the meetings myself.
Right, but on the recording, it says you got different dollar amounts on there. That's not accurate. But when I went back, I watched the tape.
I'll make the changes.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. Every time we do this, you never make any type of change. And I've been telling you for years that you never write my portion of what I say. And then when you do write anything, it's not accurate. And then I go look at the tape and I'm like, okay, that's your job. You ran to be a clerk. That means to check the minutes. So then you don't write it in there. But everybody else got a whole paragraph, a whole book of whatever they said in the meeting. But mine, it was always referred to the mayor's office. But everybody that say something up here, you write anything they all say, anything. But me, you don't write nothing I say.
So as we can see, Tiffany is accusing the clerk of not doing her job properly. Her complaints are that she's not accurately putting in everything she says, and that of course everyone else's is, a long paragraph, a book, a novel, whatever. She's going to embellish, of course, but she's saying that she's not putting in what she says. So for everyone who doesn't really know what the clerk's job is, so basically what she's there for is to summarize the things that happen at the meeting and what everyone says. She is not supposed to go into complete details and write verbatim what everyone is saying. Now, Tiffany is having an issue, obviously, with what the clerk is putting down in the minutes. And so just so you guys can get a better idea of what the minutes are supposed to look like as it compares to the meeting, I went ahead and went back to the old board meetings with the previous clerk and previous mayor, and we're going to look at a couple of snippets from those board meetings and compare them to the old meeting minutes that I got from the Dolton website here. So you guys, you can go on the Dolton website and they do have the old board meeting agendas and meeting minutes there listed. So let's get into this first clip and we will compare it to the meeting minutes that were taken then.
Meeting of the Board of Trustees via Zoom and live stream on YouTube for Monday, January 4th. Let the record reflect that it is 6:40. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Madam Clerk, why don't we do the roll first?
Trustee Denton.
Present.
Trustee Steve.
Present.
Trustee House.
Present.
Trustee Brown. We're waiting on Trustee Brown. Trustee Holmes.
Present.
Trustee Henyard.
Present.
Okay, we have 5 members of the board. We have a quorum. And why don't we start with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge.
So you guys, while they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance, I'm just going to point out a couple of things in the meeting notes that was taken from the then clerk. So as you guys can see, the mayor said the meeting started at 6:40. The notes say 6:37. Then they went ahead and did the roll call. Now they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So the meeting notes are not verbatim. Let's go ahead and continue because this meeting did have some interesting things in it. So we're going to skip ahead to those parts and the meeting notes that were taken during them.
Trustee Henyard.
Yes, Mayor.
You usually have announcements?
I do. I was waiting for y'all to put my name on this paper so I don't got to speak in general announcement. Yes, I have several. Is it okay to proceed?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Good evening, residents. I just want you guys to be aware that COVID is still around, which I know you guys know, but please wear your mask. If y'all need any PPE supplies, such as face masks, hand sanitizer, or gloves, give me a call, 708-963-2137. I will drop it to you if need be, or you can come to my office at 800 East Sibley in Dolton and pick up any supplies that you need. The counts are as follows. There was 24,733 COVID tests taken. It was 1,430 tests confirmed cases here in Dolton. Also, I want you guys to know I'm having a voter registration drive. It will be on January 14th, which is a Thursday from 5 p.m. to 8. If you guys need someone to get registered to vote, please contact me at 708-963-2137. And the location is 800 East Sibley. Again, that address is 800 East Sibley for the voter registration drive. And the one thing that you guys been waiting on is the big gas giveaway. I'm having that on January 17th. Again, January 17th will be the gas giveaway here in the village of Dolton for all Dolton residents. So if you are in need of gas for your vehicle, please come to, I don't got the location yet, but the time is 2 to 5 p.m. It's going to be on the 17th, which is a Sunday, and you must register, man. Make sure I'm clear. You must register in order to get the free gas.
So as you guys heard, she had a couple of announcements there. She went on and on about COVID and how many people tested positive and how many tests were done. And then she also went into when voter registration was. And then she's also promoting her free gas giveaway, which if you guys don't know, at that time, it was a little bit questionable because this was around voting time and people were kind of insinuating that she was using the gas giveaway to buy votes.
It is campaign season in South Suburban Dolton, and one mayoral candidate kicked it off by giving away gas for free.
So what was Trustee Henyard's intent? Less than 3 months before Dolton's election, Henyard's spokesperson says she used her own money. But when asked if Henyard's intent was to exchange gas for votes or if she was aware she may be breaking the law, her spokesperson said she'd get back to me.
That's something I did go over in one of my previous videos. I could go over some of her questionable practices, in another video, but that's for another video. So let's get back to this. So yeah, as you guys can see, the meeting notes that were taken from the long list of things she just said were literally summarized into 2 sentences. Okay? So this is just an example of what the clerk is supposed to do. She's not supposed to write paragraphs. She's not supposed to write novels. And she certainly is not going to be writing word for word, all the stuff Tiffany has to say, because we know she has a lot to say when she says it. Okay? So that being said, what is true is that there haven't been any meeting minutes put up on the website for a very long time. So naturally one would think, yeah, the clerk is not doing her job, right? But there's always 2 sides of a story, right? So let's hear what Clerk Allison Key has to say about the meeting minutes.
Now, each month, the village clerk submit minutes to go on the agenda. Each month, my minutes are not placed on the agenda to be approved by the Board of Trustees. Last week, I submitted 4 sets of minutes for 4 meetings that we recently had, March 21st, April 1st, and then 2 on April 8th. Why my minutes are not being put on this agenda to be approved, I do not understand. I don't have them with me, or I will, and I don't want to take up this meeting. But this board is a Board of Trustees meeting, right? The board don't get to put anything on the meeting agenda, and neither do I. The agenda was removed from my office so that the mayor can control the agenda. That's why no one up here can put anything on this agenda but her. This is not the Tiffany Henyard meeting. This is the Board of Trustees meeting. So she should not be the only person who can place things on this agenda.
So as we can see from what the clerk is saying, her meeting minutes are not being put on the agenda because the mayor is controlling the agenda, and the mayor only wants to put whatever she wants on there for her grandstands and her videos and all that good stuff you guys know. So she's pretty much blocking her from doing her job. That is at least the accusation from the clerk. Let's go ahead and give an example of what the clerk could be talking about, because you guys know I'm going to do a little bit of research, and with Tiffany Henyard, it's not very hard because she just can't stop. She just can't be stopped, and she just makes it so easy just to go back and pinpoint the behaviors from her that make it easy for us to see her double standards. Let's go ahead and watch.
Good evening, everyone. I'm requesting approval of minutes as follow. Special board.
Excuse me.
Yes.
It's not on there, so you can't approve the minutes.
I submitted this packet for the agenda.
Yeah.
It was with the board packet. I don't know why it's not on the agenda, but this was included in the board packet.
Okay. Well, you can't approve something that's not on the agenda.
Then please explain why it's not on the agenda, because I submitted it in time to go on the agenda.
Okay. Well, I don't know why.
Oh, come on now. She don't know why. Really? When we know you're the one who's doing the agendas, who's putting stuff on the agendas, you chose not to put it on the agenda, okay? You guys, let's continue and see why Tiffany didn't put it on the agenda.
I have a copy of each packet. It's in the packet that was submitted to everyone.
Okay. I don't know why it's not on there, but it's not under village clerk's report.
Can we do an amendment to that tonight so that we can get the minutes approved?
So you could do it for the next.
Asked me for minutes for December, January. I have all of that prepared today so that it can be distributed as requested. I've had several requests for these minutes.
Okay. So
I'm here today.
So basically, you can do this at the next meeting because it's not on the agenda for a vote. Well, I just say I don't know why it's not neither, but yeah, you could do that.
Happens every month, Mayor. We have to stop. I have 5.
So she don't know why it's not neither. But anyways, you guys, as you can see, the mayor makes it difficult for people to do their jobs at times when she has like a little grudge against them or something's going on. And the thing about it is she calls her out on it, knowing full well why she's not able to put those meeting minutes up on the website or get it completed because of things like this. And this type of thing goes on, round and round. And, she's going to tell her, hey, so it can just go on the next, you can do it the next meeting. We can put it on the next agenda. Like, who's going to believe her? You're saying next time, and you're even saying that you don't know why it's not happening this time. Who's to say you're not going to turn around and do the exact same thing next board meeting, right?
Sets of minutes here because they're not being put on the agenda. When do we get them approved?
Okay. So again, you can do that at the next meeting to get the minutes approved. That's not an issue. So that's where we are. Do you have any other reports? I just said he would, so. Okay. All right. Next, moving on. Village administrator report.
Oh, yeah, okay. You just said it, so that means that, yeah, they're supposed to trust you because we know that you've earned that trust with them, and you treat them with the utmost respect and dignity every board meeting. So, of course, they trust every single word you say. Not. You guys, oh my goodness, it's exhausting sometimes, and, I don't have to sit here through these whole board meetings like they had to. That's what's really troublesome, is that they actually had to endure this type of work environment. This is a very hostile, toxic work environment. So if you guys have never seen an example of one, these Dolton meetings are a prime example of, the person in charge taking advantage of their seat, and it seeps through the way that they treat the people who they view as underneath them. The mayor, she can talk in any type of way, disrespect people any type of way, but let the people start standing up for themselves, then they're out of line, they're out of order, they are not there for the residents, they are only there for themselves. But we know by now that that's just all gaslighting and smoke and mirrors to distract away from her answering questions and holding herself and her staff accountable for what's really going on with the financial state of Dolton, right? All right, well, let's get back to this, because Clerk Key does not let the mayor get away with accusing her of not doing her job. Let's watch.
You want to sit here and put us down for doing our job. We don't have to put up a fake video. We don't have to go out here and pretend we're doing this and that. We do everything from our heart. And you know what? We spend money out of our pocket. We don't send receipts to the village of Dolton, because if we did, we wouldn't get reimbursed. Everything we do, we pay for it ourselves. So to sit up in here and constantly be belittled, this is not how you conduct business. We should not be national news. Dolton wasn't even known until she became the mayor. And it's not for anything great.
You tell him, Clerk Key. I tell you, Tiffany Henyard can push almost anyone to the edge, I feel. I feel like she's mastered that, like poking the lion, poking the bear type tactics, you know? She knows how to poke and prod someone until they just almost completely blow up. Even the most mild-mannered person dealing with the personality type like Tiffany Henyard on a regular basis could make you be like, you know what? I think it's a good day to go to jail. Yeah. No, you guys, I'm just kidding. Don't ever let anybody push you to that limit, okay? Before that happens, please just walk away, all right? It's not worth it. But just know that there are people out there who would love nothing better than to see you lose your cool, and then you lose everything you have going for you. And this is otherwise known as getting tricked out of your position, okay? That means that you've let someone take you out of your normal character and get you to react in a way that you normally wouldn't, therefore resulting in you either losing your job, losing your kids, losing your freedom, whatever the case may be. Just know that the words coming from someone's mouth and their behavior, it is never enough to trick you out your position. All right. And I know this personally because I work in customer service, good old customer service, okay, where the customer's always right. Well, I will tell you, no, they're not, okay? They want to be right all the time, and they want you to service them like they are the king and queen of the world. But when I'm confronted with an unruly, rude, customer that may be cursing at me, calling me all types of names, I literally go in my head, okay? And I say all the things I want to say to them inside my own head. And then what do? I keep my job at the end of the day, because that's what you do as an adult. You learn coping mechanisms when you come into contact with people like Tiffany Henyard, who just can't help themselves. They are out to push your buttons because they get some enjoyment from it. And that's another level of something that I'm glad that I don't have to deal with personally in my personal life or my professional life. Thank goodness, because I work for a company who doesn't tolerate bullying, and they don't tolerate people talking to other people in this manner. Unfortunately, as we can see, for some reason in this scenario in Dolton and maybe politics, that's acceptable for someone to be in a leadership position to talk to the people that work under them in that manner.
That's my problem. Y'all have to do better, Trustee House. You can't want to lead people and can't lead, man. You got to do better. I keep telling you, just because you wear a suit don't make you suitable. Stop.
It's just crazy to me how she can get away with talking to people like that and talking down to them, berating them on a regular basis. It's just beyond me. So you guys, that's going to be it for today. But if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe.
Stop. You got to do better than what you're doing right now. And right now, you're doing is keeping up confusion, keeping up mess.